You know what we did? We made it to Friday. All of us here together. We got 4 more hours of Weather Channel Live, and thanks for hanging out with us for it. Paul Goodlow, Felicia Combs, I'm sure they're going to stick with us for the whole 4 hours, Paul, because we have a show filled with great things.
We got a brand new month.
Yeah.
It's the
Nearly 1 month after deadly floodwaters receded in Kerr County, Texas, residents are still grappling with immense loss.
Not just the loss of family, friends, homes, and property, but a sense of security and trust is lost as well. Thursday, the state's Committee on Disaster Preparedness and Flooding invited residents and witnesses to share their stories. Our Mike Bettis has more.
All right, let's take a look at your Zillow weekend ahead so we can plan this out for you. Maybe you are planning a trip to around Chicago. So you see it here. Anywhere that you could be going to the city, you are going to have much nicer weather than what we've been seeing. The only problem is the smoke. Smoke is going to be creating unhealthy air conditions, especially for more sensitive populations. But you'll notice that the temperatures are comfortable, just a little bit below average before we're back at average for your weekend. A mix of sun and clouds, and should be a very
streaming out.
All right, enough of that. Let's talk about the tropics because, we're heading into August, officially the first day of August, and this is typically when we start to see things ramping up. Will it or won't it this month?
Nothing's happening in the Atlantic in terms of organized activity. We're happy with that, but the Eastern Pacific is just churning them out. The good news is they're not impacting land, and we like them when they do that.
Yeah, I mean, you can see so far what we've seen. We've yet to have our first hurricane. We have had Andrea, Barry, and Chantal. Chantal's the one that actually brought the continental U.S. there some impacts, but of course, quick, if you blinked over the weekend, you missed it.
All it takes is one impacting your front and backyard. It's an active season. So right now we still have a chunk of the season to go, 91%. So we really had not even scratched the surface yet. Even though it's super quiet, we have a very active period to get through. Then we can say it's a quiet year.
Right, exactly. You can see we're still not even to the peak yet. The statistical peak kind of heading toward the second week of September. So we're far away from that even being, where we are.
We have the cold front giving you a beautiful weekend across the Northeast and the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley. That's going to help push anything that could spin up offshore. So again, looking quiet in the Atlantic.
Not a whole lot happening in the MDR. We're watching this tropical wave that's approaching the Lesser Antilles. It's not looking great. I mean, the models really don't do a whole lot with this. And then you can see it's looking real stormy off the coast right now. Will anything come of that? No. I mean, nothing is latching on to any development as we speak and as we look at this.
Yeah, the tropics are trying to tropic, but a watch pot never boils. So if we just kind of leave this alone, it could be boiling here in about 2-3 weeks.
So keep watching it. That's what we want then.
Yeah, that's true. Keep watching. All right, Boston, we are watching the skies clear out. 71 degrees. We're probably watching the lack of sweat on your brow as you head outside today. You're going to love this with the low humidity shaping up for a nice weekend. You might even need perhaps the hoodie, the hoodies all the teenagers wear in the middle of summer. Well, now you actually wear them to keep them warm because it's not just stylish. The Sox are hosting the Astros, and temperatures cooling off to the 60s later on tonight.
Overnight tonight, you're going to wake up to a bit of a chill for some of us. I mean, it's going to be much more crisp than the air that we've seen recently, finally building in behind that front. The problem is, though, Paul, some of us are also going to start to feel the impacts of some of that smoke as well, especially for interior portions of the Northeast. Yeah. You guys can't win for losing.
The winds shift around the northwest, bring that Canadian smoke in. But outside of that, it should be a nice lower humidity but warm day on your Saturday. Midwest still dealing with the smoke, but temperatures on the cool side, 50s tonight.
It's so much cooler than it has been. And you can see the temperatures finally cooling off a bit farther south down into the Ohio Valley as well. Temperatures around 80 there in Cincinnati and in St. Louis.
Great day here in Iowa for some racing here. Plenty of sunshine in Newton, Iowa.